2023 was an amazing year for VR, but we're now in 2024. In this video, I'll showcase upcoming VR games for PCVR, PlayStation VR, and Quest, starting off this January. This one is really cool. It's VR TKA Surgery Simulator. It's an upcoming educational game set to release on January the 4th, 2024. It offers hands-on experience of a total knee arthroplasty or TKA surgery in a VR environment. The game is developed under the guidance of a leading robotic surgeon and is currently in early release with plans for continual updates and even a multiplayer mode. In the full version of the game, the developers plan to include joint surgery as well as practical training for new methods used by famous surgeons. The full version will also include training for robotic knee prosthesis surgery. Definitely one to check out if you are a doctor or into medical procedures. Micro Machines Mini Challenge Mayhem is a VR racing game that brings the nostalgia of toy racing back to life. I have such good, wonderful memories of playing with Micro Machines as a kid. The thrill of racing those tiny cars around homemade tracks, the joy of winning a close race, and the creativity involved in designing new challenges. It was a big part of my childhood. I can't wait to relive these moments with upcoming Micro Machines Mini Challenge Mayhem. The game offers some cool features such as track creation, stunts and car modification, even a mixed reality and a campaign mode. The game will be available on the Meta Quest, the PSVR 2 and Steam VR, and it's a perfect blend of nostalgia and technology, and it's being released on January the 4th, 2024. So check it out if you guys are interested in mini cars. It's definitely one I'm going to check out myself when it comes around. One day, Frosty the little snowman wakes up from a long dream because it is too hot. He needs your help to find the reason for the warming. Guide him on his long journey through 30+ stages and keep him cool. Frosty is an upcoming indie game that brings the charm of puppeteering into the world of VR gaming. Developed by an indie developer, Tommy Hurst, the game allows you to control a snowman like a puppet through an idyllic ice world. The game features about 30 levels of platforming, physics-based puzzles, and 100 snowflakes to collect per a level. The innovative VR game with puppet controls offers a unique gameplay experience. As a fan of indie games, I appreciate the creativity and boundary-pushing ideas from indie developers. Planned release date is the 12th of January 2024 for PCVR and hopefully will come to Quest as well. Toy Trains for VR is an upcoming game that brings the joy of playing with toy trains to life in a VR environment. Developed by Something Random, a team composed of former Supershot developers, the game is set to release on January 16, 2014. As someone who absolutely loves trains and holds an annual pass to Train Museum, I found this game particularly exciting. It reminds me of the building sims I used to play like SimCity 2000 Transport Tycoon. The game allows you to create your own small world and engage in a captivating storyline. It's also about imagination, creative thinking, having fun, and of course trains. I'm going to talk about the game I'm most excited for this January, Bulletstorm VR. If you're a fan of fast-paced, action-paced shooters like Quake Live and Quake and Unreal games, you're going to love this one. Bulletstorm VR is a brutal first-person shooter that puts you in the role of Triska Novak, a badass mercenary babe who dual wields energy blades to slice and dice her enemies. You can pull enemies closer, fling them into the air, or slam them into environmental hazards. You can also switch between melee and range combat to perform the ultimate skill shots and get rewarded for it, which is really cool. The game features all the original Bulletstorm content plus brand new levels and weapons exclusive to VR. Bulletstorm VR is launching on January 18, 2014 for all the VR platforms including Meta Quest, PSVR 2 and PCVR. You can actually pre-order the game now and get 10% off. We're diving into the world of mixed reality with an exciting upcoming game, Demeter, the Asklepios Chronicles. Developed by Nova Lab, this game brings the charm of ancient Greek mythology into the world of gaming. The game's name is inspired by Greek mythology, where Demeter is the goddess of harvest and agriculture, and Asklepios is the god of medicine. This narrative-driven puzzle platform immerses players in an ancient Greek adventure. What sets this game apart is its unique AR integration. Imagine transforming your living room into a playing area. Your furniture and walls become challenging puzzles that require all your dexterity. It's fully playable in any size room thanks to procedural generation. The game is set to release on January 25th, 2024 and will be available for all platforms. Tomb Explorer is a fascinating VR game that brings the thrill of exploring ancient tombs into the virtual world. As a fan of VR and adventure games, I absolutely love the idea of virtually exploring tombs without the real world dangers. In this game, you navigate and explore ancient ruins and tombs in a search of historical treasures, relics, and artifacts. The game offers a unique gameplay experience where you complete a full circle around a pyramid to reveal the secret inside. You collect keys and green gems to exit the level and move deeper into the tomb. The game mechanics are designed to provide a realistic and immersive experience. The focus is not only on weapons but rather on exploration and puzzle solving. The moving dynamics in Tomb Explorer are quite unique. You navigate through the game by walking, crouching, jumping, climbing, dodging, sliding, and even rope ziplining. This variety of movements adds a layer of complexity and excitement to the game. As for the interaction with the environment, the game allows you to manipulate various objects to solve puzzles and progress through the levels. For example, you might need to move a stone ball to a certain location to unlock a door. These mechanics make Tomb Explorer a game that's not just about reaching the end, but also how you get there. It's a game that rewards creativity and problem solving, making each playthrough a unique experience. The game is developed by Celeritas Games and is set to launch in January 2024. It will be available on all platforms that support VR. Definitely check this game out if you're into puzzle adventure games. Bulletstorm VR is a humorous robot game that puts you in the role of a human border agent in a futuristic megacity. You have to check over a variety of robots as they try to get through security and look out for discrepancies, oddities, undeclared modifications, and contraband. You can also interact with sentient applications and discover more about their personalities and consciousness. Here are some cool facts about the game. The game features a light-hearted take on a robotic dystopia with witty dialogue and hilarious situations. The game offers a unique gameplay experience when you have to use a variety of tactile gadgets in VR to examine robots at the booth, such as the 3D printer, contraband detector, a stun gun, and a barcode scanner, and more. The game has a strong narrative and that takes you through different scenarios and challenges with multiple endings depending on your choices. The game also allows you to earn credits and spend time on them to booth upgrades, apartment customizations, and more. The game is set to launch on February 8, 2024 and will be available on all platforms. If you're a fan of VR and robot games, you should definitely check this out, BorderBots VR. Today I'm going to talk about an upcoming game that will make you scream, sweat, or maybe even cry. It's called OVRDARK, Do Not Open Story, and no, it's not about opening a can of worms, although it might feel like it. OVRDARK is a terrifying VR game that is a sequel to the acclaimed game Do Not Open. If you played the first game, you know how scary and intense it was. Well, OVRDARK takes it to a whole new level of horror. You will explore a cursed mansion, face your former companion turned ruthless enemy, and unveil dark secrets. Can you survive the ultimate horror in VR? Here are some cool facts about the game. It's the first VR game of this scale using digital twin technology to create a realistic and immersive environment. It features a very strong narrative that takes you through different scenarios and challenges with multiple endings, depending on your choices. OVRDARK is set to launch on February the 9th, 2024 and it will be available on all platforms. If you're a fan of VR and horror games, you should definitely check out OVRDARK.
My dearest Madeline, by now you will have learned that my ship, the HMS Amathea, did not reach its destination. We encountered turbulent seas and a mighty storm brought her down, myself being the sole survivor. I've become stranded on a god-forsaken island, with few supplies and little hope of ever living to see you again. The environs here appear to be a true paradise, but there is a dreadful mountain that groans and shakes, stinking of an intolerable exhalation of sulfur and burning bitumen, and the darkness swarms with devils ready to claim my mortal soul. I write this letter with a humble plea, should you ever receive this. I want you to forget about me.
Wow, Bootstrap Island is an intense VR roguelike survival game that puts you in the shoes of a shipwrecked survivor on a mysterious tropical island. You have to explore, craft, fight, and solve puzzles as you uncover the secrets of an island to try to escape. It's available on February the 22nd, 2024. The demo is available right now and it's on all platforms. Check it out. So, what do you get when you combine fitness and gaming? A whole lot of fun and sweat, and that's what Level Up Your Body VR game promises to deliver. It's a new virtual environment game that challenges you to move your body to the rhythm of the music while slashing colorful blocks with your VR controllers. It's sort of like Beat Saber, but with more variety and customization. You can choose from different genres of music, adjust the difficulty level, and even create your own tracks and share them with other players. Level Up Your Body is set to release on March 1st, 2024 and will be available for all platforms. If you're looking for a fun and immersive way to stay fit and healthy, this game might be just for you. Get ready to literally paint the town red with the upcoming VR game Paint the Town Red. This isn't your grandma's watercolor class, it's a chaotic first-person melee combat game that's as hilarious as it is thrilling. The game promises unprecedented level of control, allowing you to execute jabs, swings and slices with one-to-one precision. You'll be fighting for your survival against hordes of blocky enemies. Imagine being in a world where every object is a potential weapon and every encounter is a potential bar brawl. It's like a Saturday Night Out, but without the hangover. It's also got a cool Beneath mode, which is basically a roguelike dungeon crawling experience where the real monsters come out to play. You'll be infiltrating an underground network infested with undead creatures. Paint the Town Red is set to release on March 14, 2024. It will be available on the Quest and PlayStation and also PCVR. So mark your calendars because this is one paint party you won't want to miss. As someone with a fear of heights, I'm eagerly awaiting the release of the Nope Challenge VR game. This game promises a unique blend of excitement and calm, putting player empowerment at its core. The Nope Challenge is set to invite players to confront intense phobias such as clowns, spiders, and heights. The game is equipped with the power of the Nope button, a unique feature that allows players to instantly switch from thrilling challenges to a calming breather space. This gives players control over the intensity of the game and enables them to conquer their fears at their own pace. The game is just not expected to be a heart-racing experience for players, but also promises to provide a hilarious spectacle for friends watching. The concept of the Nope button adds a twist to the game, allowing players to jump from adrenaline-pumping action to a peaceful breather space. The Nope Challenge is set to release in April 2024 and is available on the Quest platform. As a fan of Japanese art style, I'm eagerly anticipating the release of Soul Covenant, a VR tactical action game. This game is set in a near-future desolate Japan, where humanity engages in a fierce battle against machines. The game's aesthetics, which is a blend of futuristic and traditional Japanese elements, is truly captivating. Soul Covenant promises a high level of immersion, where the player will be one with the protagonist and take on a battle for the fate of the world. The game's premise, though still a little hazy to the outsider, will center itself around a war between humanity and machines. From the look of it, players will take on the role of one of the former, a fighter of sorts who will stare death in the face and embrace the rewards for doing so. It's releasing in the first half of this year and available on all platforms. Oh joy, who wouldn't want to spend their free time being guided by Lucifer through the darkest depths of black magic? Sounds like a delightful way to unwind after a long day, doesn't it? Well, Mercyful Flames the Witches is a game that takes you on a dark documentary style journey into the history of witchcraft. You'll be guided through the shadows of none other than Lucifer himself. The game is centered on story and atmosphere with no difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management. You explore the intricate beliefs surrounding black magic from diverse perspectives across time and place. The game is going to be released on the Q1 2024. As for the platforms it supports, you can play it on your PC or VR headset via Steam VR. Arken Age is a VR action game set in the Biochasm, a terraformed fantasy world created by the Grand Arborist. You step into the action as a biological alien weapon to uncover the mystery of the Grand Arborist's disappearance. The game offers full physics combat using Arcanine-infused swords and guns and allows you to freely explore the densely filled environments, under siege by the Hyperion neural corruption. Here's some cool information to get you hyped. The game focuses on physics-based combat wrapped in fast-paced action. You can engage in epic boss fights and put all your weapons to the test. The game offers over 10 hours of campaign and includes an endless combat mode for unlimited replayability. You can build custom VR weaponry with 30 unique mods, and the game allows you to freely jump, climb, and swim throughout the world. You can also craft new weapons with the blueprints you require. The game is set to be released in Q1 2024. As for platforms it supports, Arken Age will be available on the PSVR 2 and PCVR. So whether you prefer gaming on your PlayStation or your PC, Arken Age has got you covered. It also is available for Steam VR. Get ready for an immersive VR experience. Bowbots is a VR multiplayer bow and arrow shooter with a unique item system. You step into the metallic shoes of a formidable bow wielding robot and prepare for intense battles in a dynamic arena where strategy and skill are your keys to victory. The better you aim, the better the reward. Here's some cool info on the game. The game presents a distinct item system that sets it apart from the competition. You can shoot targets to gain powerful arrows or recharge your shields. The game offers a fast-paced, action-packed experience where every arrow and power-up matters. You can team up with friends for epic 3 vs 3 battles that will test your cooperation and tactical skills, or dive into the chaotic frenzy of a 6-player free-for-all. The game is set to release in Q1 2024 and is supported by all platforms. This definitely looks like a fun game and something you should check out. New VR game Underdogs is a single-player, first-person VR brawler. You wrap yourself in 5 tons of metal and rampage through a dark scene of underground fighting pits. The game is full of metal-on-metal violence and is the first of its kind physics-based mech brawler. It reminds me of the old game MechWarrior. It's set in the 22nd century underground fighting pits of New Bracca. The game features roguelike gameplay with deep battle mechanics and replayability. You can gear up with over 100 items to customize your mech, including power tools like chainsaws and wrecking balls. The game also allows you to hire hackers and sabotagers. The graphics of the game really took to me and look absolutely stunning. The dark scenes of underground mech fights were brought to life with high quality visuals and effects. The game is set to be released in early 2024 and will be available on platforms such as the Quest and also on PCVR. Prepare to dive into the chilling world of Home VR, an upcoming horror game that brings West African myths and legends to life. This bone-chilling VR horror experience immerses you in the harrowing journey of Evie, a little girl trapped within the haunted halls of her school amidst terrifying monsters. In Home VR, you're not just playing a game, you're living a nightmare. The environment feels way larger as you play as a little girl. Forget about fighting back, your only weapon is the art of stealth. Employ your cunning wit and your ancient juju magic to evade the relentless monsters that stalk your every move. But remember, they're always watching and listening,
I heat
one
Bill
a step in their
across the
ghastly
chest,
grip
that's cool.
Titans. The game is filled with nightmarish visuals, haunting sounds, and mind-bending puzzles. As the first of its kind to emerge from the depths of Africa, Home VR will immerse you in a world filled with dread, mystique, and unrelenting terror. The game is set to be released in the first quarter of 2024 and will be available on the broad range of headsets and platforms, including the Quest, PlayStation, and PC. If you're ready to confront your deepest fears, wishlist Home VR now and embark on this spine-tingling journey into the unknown. Remember, in Home VR, every corner holds a new terror, every shadow hides a nightmare, and every sound could be your last. Good luck, you'll need it. Memoreum is a captivating VR game developed by Patient 8 Games. The game itself started as a Dead Space themed mod for Half-Life Alyx, before it evolved into its own unique entity. Set aboard a colony spaceship, the game sees humanity looking to the stars as Earth slowly dies. You play as a renowned scientist, Dr. Otto Hudson, who wakes up from his stasis pod on the Sentry Dawn, a ship that's humanity's last hope after several apocalyptic level events on Earth. The premise is intriguing and the narrative is compelling, making for immersive gaming experiences. The game's sci-fi Quake theme is a standout feature. As a space enthusiast, I was particularly drawn to the game's depiction of dying Earth and humanity's desperate attempt to colonize space. The game's horror elements and a thrilling twist to the sci-fi theme, making for a truly immersive and adrenaline-pumping experience. Memoreum is set to launch in 2024 and will be available on PCVR and Quest. The anticipation for this game is high, and I can't wait to see what Patient 8 Games has in store for us with this release.
Don't blame the pause, Lieutenant. It's not every day you get to land on Demag.
This planet is a rotting shithole.
I'd almost forgotten what a delight it is to be your superior.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Just messing with you. According to my intel, you're getting close to the ruins. Let's keep the comms silent, positive.
The Burst is a high-speed VR shooter that's sure to captivate fans of the Mad Max theme. Developed by Go Rapid Studio, the game takes place on a desert prison planet where you play as a Spec Ops operative tasked with restoring order. The gameplay involves intense gunplay, parkour, and a hookful movement, adding a layer of excitement and immersion. The game also allows for creative combat where you use the interactive environment and even random junk as weapons. If you're a fan of high-speed shooters with a Mad Max theme, this game should be on your radar. Get ready to step into the world of Silent Slayer: Vault of the Vampire, a single-player VR horror game that's so immersive you'll forget it's not reality. In this game, you're not just any vampire slayer, you're a silent slayer. You'll be guided to the crypt of the vampire clan, who are enacting a ritual that will bring them incredible power. The catch? They're vulnerable while they're sleeping in their coffins. It's like a vampire slumber party, and you're the uninvited guest. But don't think you can just waltz in and stab them. Their coffins are heavily guarded with all manner of traps, and you need to disarm these traps and stake the vampires one by one to stop the ritual before the clan becomes all powerful. And remember, silence is golden. The game places a strong emphasis on stealth and plays noise levels. The game is developed by Shell Games, the same folks who brought you I Expect You to Die VR puzzle game series, so expect a lot of jump scares, puzzles, and a whole lot of fun. It's going to be launched in 2024 and available for the Quest platform, so mark your calendars. Astro Hunters is indeed an open-world VR action game that takes you on an epic journey through space. In this game, you can explore diverse planets, engage in combat with alien species, and gather resources to upgrade your weapons. It offers both solo and multiplayer modes, so whether you play alone or with others, Astro Hunters has you covered. In Astro Hunters, you can explore the mothership and the uncharted territories of unique planets, each brimming with diverse landscapes, challenging terrains, and hidden secrets. The game is developed by Wendy Studios and is set to release in Q3 2024 and will be available for all platforms.
Dimension breach detected.
Get ready to blast into the multiverse with Heroes of Forever, the upcoming VR game that's so action-packed you'll have your ducking behind your couch for cover. You'll leap through dimensions and timelines, blasting enemies as fast as possible, but don't forget to dodge oncoming barrages of enemy fire to ensure your survival. And if you're feeling competitive enough, you can creatively use your surroundings to maximize your high score in record time. The game draws inspiration from light gun games and cover shooters from the 90s, sprinkled with a pinch of narrative design and style of classic action movies. So if you're a fan of nostalgia, you're in for a treat. With the Heroes of Forever will have a multiplayer mode with support for up to 4 players co-op. So gather your friends, strap on your VR headset and take a thrilling leap through time together. Heroes of Forever is set to release sometime this year and is made for PlayStation VR. Are you ready to face the colossal threat of Titans in VR? If so, you'll want to check out Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable, the first official VR game based on the popular anime and manga series. In this game, you'll join the Scout Regiment and use your omnidirectional mobility gear to fly through the air, dodge the Titans' attacks and slash their weak points. You experience the thrill of hunting down these monstrous creatures in a dynamic and immersive VR environment. You won't want to do it alone though. Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable also features a co-op mode where you can team up with up to 3 players and take on the Titans together. You'll need to coordinate your strategies and support each other, as the Titans will get stronger and smarter as you progress. If you're a fan of Attack on Titan and you're looking for a new VR challenge, you don't want to miss this game. It's available on the MetaQuest platform and is coming in the latter half of 2024. If you love military shooters, explosions and VR, then you'll want to check out Zero Caliber 2, the sequel to the critically acclaimed Zero Caliber VR. This game will take you on a cinematic action adventure across the globe where you'll face the corruption that's threatening the multiverse. Experience the thrill of realistic combats in VR, or play solo or with friends in co-op and player versus player modes, or get ready for the ultimate VR military shooter. It's coming in 2024 for the Quest platform, as well as the PCVR. If you're a big fan of fantasy like me, you'll want to check out Skydances Behemoth, the new VR game from the creators of The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. This game will take you on a breathtaking adventure across forsaken lands where you'll encounter mysterious creatures, ancient secrets and colossal giants. In this game, you'll use your VR headset and controllers to control your flight speed and direction. You'll feel the wind in your face, the sun on your skin and the adrenaline in your veins as you soar through the clouds, dive into the canyons and glide over mountains. You'll be able to interact with the environment, such as grappling objects, swinging from vines and solving puzzles. But flying is not all fun and games. You'll have to face the behemoths, massive creatures that rule the skies and the lands. You'll need to use your wit, skills and weapons to evade their attacks, find their weak spots and bring them down. You have to deal with other dangers such as hostile tribes, deadly traps and a mysterious plague that's infecting the world. Behemoth Skydance is not just an action game, but also a story-driven adventure. Your play as a wanderer who's searching for a cure for the plague, and along the way you'll uncover the history and mysteries of the Forsaken Land. You'll meet colourful characters, explore exotic locations, and learn about the legends and lore of this fantasy world. The game is available for all platforms and is coming in 2024. Gunman Contracts Standalone. Get ready to step into the shoes of a professional hitman in the most immersive and thrilling VR experience yet. Gunman Contracts Standalone is an action-packed shooter that will transport you into the world of danger, intrigue, and the ruthless justice. The game is the brainchild of AMB_Seth, a solo developer who has already made waves in the VR community with his Half-Life Alyx mod series. Now he's taking his vision to the next level with a full standalone game that promises to redefine the VR shooting genre. In Gunman Contrast Standalone, you're not just playing a game, you're living it. You'll customize your missions, modify your weapons, and face off against human enemies with realistic AR and physics. Stealth, tactics, and skills are your best friend as you navigate through a dark and gritty world to complete your objectives. But that's not all. This game also features original score and voice acting that will make you feel like you're in the middle of a Hollywood blockbuster. Every mission, every encounter, and every decision will have consequences, adding a layer of depth and realism that few other games can match. And if you're worried about compatibility, don't be. Gunman Contract Standalone will launch in 2024 on Steam Early Access and will support all major VR headsets, as well as traditional PC gaming setups. So whether you're a seasoned VR veteran or newcomer to the platform, you'll be able to enjoy this game to the fullest. If you want a sneak peek of what's to come, you can check out the 2 Gunman Contract chapters on Steam Workshop or watch some teaser videos on YouTube. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. So mark your calendars because Gunman Contract Standalone is coming soon. It's time to gear up, step into the shadows, and become the ultimate gunman. Are you ready for the challenge? Prepare to embark on an extraordinary journey through time and space with the upcoming VR game Wanderer Fragments of Fate. This isn't just a game, it's an adventure that will have you laughing, gasping, and maybe even crying, from laughter of course. Wanderer Fragments of Fate is a complete reimagination of the critically acclaimed VR adventure game Wanderer. Developed by Mighty Eyes, this game will take you on a time-traveling adventure like no other. You'll step into the unknown, venture back through ages, and unravel the mysteries of time. The development of this game has been a fascinating journey. It's powered by the Unreal Engine 5 and brings an innovative new look at physics in VR. Everything from objects, their mass, velocity, your body, your arms, your strength, and comes into play to build and capture a whole new level of presence. Plus there's all new combat to keep you on your toes. But that's not all. Wanderers of Fate also includes world-class full-body avatars that allow you to embody characters through time. With eye tracking and cutting-edge haptic technology, you experience an unparalleled level of immersion. Fragments of Fate is set to launch in 2024 on all platforms. Project Demigod is an upcoming VR game that's set to redefine the superhero simulation genre. Developed by Omniferous Studios and produced by Fast Travel Games, this game is a physics-based, combat-heavy VR experience that allows players to stage massive, physics-driven comic book battles in limitless sandbox. Players can toss cars into ninjas with super strength, fry robots with a bolt of energy, swing through cityscapes, or master tactile melee weapons. The game's innovative mechanics and expansive gameplay promise to be at the forefront of the VR gaming industry. It's available for the Quest and PCVR in 2024.
They called it.
Hello Cruel World is an upcoming survival horror game that promises to take the VR gaming experience to a whole new level. Developed by Akupara Games, the game is set in an abandoned lab beneath a derelict grab and grab restaurant. As a player, you step into the shoes of an urban exploring streamer, venturing into the airy depths of the lab. The game is designed to test ingenuity, asking you to think fast, think on your feet, and think outside the box. One of the unique features of the game is its real-time simulated chat. Even in the depths of the lab, there's Wi-Fi, allowing you to live stream your death-defying exploration to your followers, who can help you along the way. The game also introduces a character named Alice, an AI that watches over your every decision and move. The challenge lies in outsmarting her robotic thought processes and escape labyrinth. Hello Cruel World is projected to launch in 2024 for PCVR. Mannequin is an exciting upcoming VR game that offers a unique twist on the classic hide and seek format. Developed by Fast Travel Games, Mannequin is an asymmetric multiplayer game that pits alien mannequins against special agents. In this game, aliens have arrived on Earth with the ability to freeze humans in time with a single touch. As a player, you can choose to play an alien mannequin, setting up deadly ambushes by posing as humans frozen in time. Alternatively, you can play as a human agent using high-tech gadgets to neutralize the mannequins from a distance. The game supports 5-player matches, adding a layer of complexity and excitement to the gameplay. One of the most interesting aspects of Mannequin development is its asymmetric gameplay. This design choice allows for a wide range of strategies and tactics, making each match a unique and thrilling experience. Mannequin is set to launch in 2024 across all platforms, including PlayStation VR 2, MetaQuest, and Steam VR PCVR. If you're a fan of VR gaming or just looking for a new exciting multiplayer experience, keep an eye out for Mannequin. This is definitely going to be one that I'm going to check out myself. Brazen is an upcoming 3vs3 smack and shoot VR action game. It's set to captivate gamers with its innovative gameplay and stunning graphics. The game's development has been guided by an all-star team of industry veterans and experts. Richard Koo, a game design director with over 15 years of experience and notable contributions such as StarCraft and Heroes of the Storm, serves as the game design consultant. There's also Warren Ellis, renowned for his creativity consultancy, also Thrillseeker, popular YouTube and VR guru star, and Taiga Kishi, a seasoned esports caster. The game has a heavy focus on close quarter melee combat. As a player, you choose from a variety of characters, each with unique skills to destroy whatever lies in your path and achieve victory. The game is available on all platforms and will be launching this year. Wandering in Space Online VR is an exciting new co-op multiplayer VR game. It continues the captivating storyline from its single-player predecessor and offers an in-depth space combat experience. The game currently features the PvE escort mode, where a team of 4 players embark on unique missions. Here are some interesting facts about its development. The developers are working on a survival mode and assault mode with more intense combat missions. They are developing a new breed of enemies, including the stealth soldiers. They are optimizing the ecto armor suits and adding more customizing functions, and they are working on the functionality to pick up, upgrade, and sell materials. The game is set to release in 2024, will be released on PCVR. Affected the Asylum is an upcoming VR game that promises to take the horror genre to new heights. Developed by Fallen Planet Studios, it's a sequel to the 2016's Affected the Manor and set in an airy Red Park asylum. The game is a story-driven adventure that unfolds across 3 acts. Players will be pushed to their limits as they attempt to survive the night with their sanity intact. Here are some interesting facts about the game. The game introduces brand new game modes and interactive mechanics. It features a 4-player competitive multiplayer mode called The Assessment that tests both physical and mental challenges. The game also includes The Escape, a free DLC that explores Red Park Asylum's history. The release of Affected Asylum has been delayed until 2024 this year, and it will be available on all major VR platforms. Annex is an upcoming VR game that promises to deliver an immense and thrilling gaming experience. Developed by Dominic Wenzel, an indie developer, the game brings a fresh perspective to the VR gaming scene. In Annex, you play Kodo, a young AI trapped inside a forsaken computer. After awakened for the first time, you set out to explore the strange digital environment and survive encounters with the local residents, the Destrowware. The game is a fight for survival as you investigate this realm's mysteries, and each region is procedurally generated. One of the unique features of Annex is its upgradability tactile combat system. You can gain a positional advantage by using cover and taking the high ground for increased range. You can also shoot down enemy projectiles to escape the bullet hell. The game also uses a skill tree system that's built around an entire theme instead of individual items or abilities. For example, the Spike Evo might give you the ability to place spiky traps or surround yourself with a reflecting shield, while the Music Evo could potentially turn your run into a rhythm game experience. Annex is targeting a December 2024 release and will be available on PCVR, but unfortunately as of this time not launching on the Quest or PlayStation. CONVRGENCE is an upcoming immersive single-player VR shooter game with survival and horror elements. It's being developed by Monkey with a Bomb, an indie studio. The game is set in a chemo-commence exclusion zone where players can scavenge for loot, fight bandits, and hunt for mythical artifacts. But remember, when night arrives, the hunter becomes the hunted. What makes CONVRGENCE stand out is its unique gameplay. This game features over 15 plus hours of content at the start of early access, plus procedural generation will allow you to play the game indefinitely. The full version is planned to have much more content, including new locations, weapons, enemies, loots, guests, quests, bosses, hideouts, and vehicle leading systems and more. The game is set to release in 2024 and will be available on PCVR.
Hey buddy, you ready for an adventure? Sure you are. Good boy. What's at the road?
Definitely like the cool atmosphere and vibe of this game. It's releasing in 2024 sometime and only available on PCVR. So let's hope it comes to Quest as well. Strap on your VR headset, buckle up your digital seatbelts, and get ready for an adrenaline rush that'll leave your brain scrambled like a dropped omelette. Introducing Echo Wars Road Rage, the VR game where reality takes a wrong turn onto a highway of hilarity. Tired of those boring driving sim where traffic lights and lane changes are the only drama? Well, in Echo Wars you'll cruise through the twisted memories of the Echo brothers, two bionic badasses with more baggage than a vintage airport. Think twisted landscapes morphing like Salvador Dali on roller skates, enemies popping out like confetti at a retirement home rave, and weapons so outrageous they'll make Dr. Seuss blush. Here's a taste of the mayhem. One-handed driving, gun-toting chaos, co-op carnage for double the trouble, motion sickness, not here pal, full wheel and platform support for PCVR only. Launching sometime in 2024. Buckle up, Buttercup, it's going to be a wild ride. P.S. We haven't even mentioned the talking squirrels with jetpacks, the disco ball bosses, or the banana-powered rocket cars. You'll just have to wait and see and check out the game yourself. Hold on to your virtual headspace, cowboys, because Farcaster is blasting onto your headset like a disco ball laser beam to your eyeballs. This VR shooter ain't your granddad's dusty old target range. We're talking heart-pumping action, sprinkled with more cheese than a natural volcano, served up with arcade control so responsive that make your thumbs do the jitterbug. Think Indiana Jones meets a rave party thrown by a rogue AI on a sugar rush. You'll be zipping around on flying platforms like a caffeinated hummingbird, blasting neon-soaked goons with guns that would make Rambo jealous. Dodge bullets like a greased-up weasel, navigate mind-bending landscapes that change faster than a comedian on Jello, and prepare to laugh your virtual socks off at the witty asides from your sassy AR pal. Here's why Farcaster is a VR shot of adrenaline you need. It's arcade action on steroids. It's got platforms, portals, and parachutes. Oh my. Guns that would make your granny faint. Forget your pea shooters, we're talking plasma pistols that sing opera when they fire, rocket launchers that make rainbows explode, and shotguns that shoot disco balls. They still hurt though. It's also got humor that hits harder than a photon grenade. This ain't your serious space sim. Farcaster is packed with bitty banter, cheesy one-liners, and enough pop culture references to make a nerd cry tears of joy. You'll be laughing so hard you might forget there's an alien apocalypse going on. But don't worry, it will remind you with the giant exploding robot. So strap your VR headset on and blast into Farcaster, launching in spring 2024 on the Quest platform, PCVR, and also the Pico, if you guys own one. Don't blame us if you start talking in space cowboy slang and accidentally shoot your cat with a virtual disco ball. That's entirely on you. Unveil the Gargoyle secrets in Doyle Legacy of Legends. Step into the weathered stone shoes of Doyle, a grizzled gargoyle perched atop a century-old cathedral. In Doyle Legacy of Legends, a meticulously crafted VR experience arriving spring 2024. You embark on a captivating journey through history and mystery and the Gargoyle's perspective. Immerse yourself in rich, historical tapestry. Witness the cathedral's evolution, decipher the Gargoyle whispers, and solve intricate puzzles. Make impactful choices, explore branching storylines. It's definitely a VR experience that's meticulously crafted. It's got years of research and development. Doyle boasts meticulous historical accuracy, drawing inspiration from real-world cathedrals and their fascinating history. A feast for the senses. Immerse yourself in stunning visuals, evocative soundscapes, and an atmosphere dripping with gothic charm. It's available in spring 2024 on Steam VR, PCVR, and the Oculus Quest, and also the PlayStation VR. Grim, the VR multiplayer survival game, launches on PCVR and Quest in 2024. It drops you on a desolate planet where harsh landscapes and ruthless players test your will to survive. Craft, build, and fight for dominance in this brutal ecosystem. Brace for grueling survival, scavenge resources, face harsh environments, and battle other players for dominance. Base building, fortify your haven against the elements and rival survivors. Crafty combat, fashion weapons and tools from scratch to secure your existence. Multiplayer mayhem, collaborate or conquer in a cutthroat online world. Gear up for Grim's unforgiving embrace in 2024. Steam and Meta VR, prepare to get grim. I'd love to tell you about an upcoming VR game called Strayed. It's an open-world multiplayer VR survival game focused on player versus player interaction. The game is developed by Crustacean Interactive, a small indie studio that has created a unique VR driving game that won't make you dizzy. The game is set to release on June the 1st, 2024, and will be available on PC, Quest, and the Steam Deck. In Strayed, you'll explore randomly generated islands, abandoned structures, and a vast wilderness to gather resources for survival, but be aware there are dozens of other online players with the same goal. The game features an original mechanic based on driving with one hand and shooting with the other. The story is full of humor and turns the characters' memories into playable reality. The game includes 18 levels and more than 100 missions to complete, with 3 levels of difficulty to choose from. The game also features an original soundtrack composed by Ricardo Furman. The game is actually available for pre-order and comes in 3 different editions: the Standard, Deluxe, and the Collector's Edition. The Standard Edition is $29.99 and features an exclusive Golden Strayed skin as a pre-purchase bonus. The Deluxe Edition is $39.99 and includes a digital comic, an art book, and the Star Guardian Strayed skin and a Ruin Strayed skin. The Collector's Edition is $169.99 and features plenty of exclusive content, including a deluxe edition of the game, a 10-inch Strayed figurine, a hardcover art book, a comic book, and Strayed, a future Strayed Jinx, Camilla, and a Warwick pins, whatever those may be, but they sound really cool. I hope this information helps you decide whether Strayed is the game for you. Enjoy your gaming experience. Fellow dino enthusiasts, prepare to roar with excitement. Remember Dino Force Safari, that childhood classic where you snap photos of prehistoric piles on grainy cardboard screens? Jurassic Snap takes that dino-loving nostalgia and injects it with VR adrenaline, turning into an adventure so Jurassic-tistic you'll need a drool bucket bigger than a Brachiosaurus. This ain't no museum patrol pal. We're talking face to snout safely with living, breathing prehistoric legends. Photographic expeditions gone wild, Dino joyrides fit for Jurassic Rockstar, and Dino detectives assemble. Dinosaurs with more sass than a T-Rex in a tutu. Jurassic Snap isn't just a game, it's a dino dream come true. It's a love letter to our prehistoric pals, a roller coaster for dino laughs, and an adventure so epic you'll be telling your grandkids about it. So mark your calendars, fellow fossil fan, because Jurassic Snap is onto the Steam VR, Oculus Quest, and PlayStation VR in spring 2024. Laser Dance is an upcoming mixed reality game that turns any room in your house into a laser obstacle course. The game is developed by Thomas van Bolren, a creator of the popular VR puzzle game Cubism. The game is set to release sometime in 2024 on MetaQuest. Gather round, thrill seekers, with nerves of ice and hearts of coal, for I bring tides of a VR experience that'll twist your spine like a pretzel dipped in nightmares. No, not another zombie apocalypse yawn fest. We're talking Hunt Together, a blood-chilling game of hide and seek where the shadows whisper secrets and the hunter's grin is the only moonlight you'll see. Imagine this, haunted grounds rendered with bone-chilling detail. Hunt or be hunted, but never truly safe. No hand-holding, no second chances. Multiplayer mayhem to make your heart hammer. Hunt Together isn't just a game, it's a descent into the primal heart of fear, a VR experience that'll leave you questioning what's real and what's a figment of your terror-stricken mind. Mark your calendars, adrenaline junkies, because Hunt Together chills your virtual bones in spring 2024 on Quest, Steam VR and PlayStation VR. Just don't blame us if you sleep with the lights on for a month or the rest of your life. Demon Tormentor is an upcoming dark and immersive underground VR action-adventure shooter game developed by Sub-Reality Studio. The game is set to launch at the end of 2024 in November and will be available for PCVR and also the Quest platforms. Drunk or Dead 2 is a sequel to the hit VR horror game that pits you against hordes of zombies in a post-apocalyptic world. You have two choices, drink or die. The more you drink, the more immune you become to the zombie virus, but the harder it is to aim and survive. The game features stunning graphics, realistic physics, dynamic environments, and multiple weapons to choose from. You can also play with your friends in co-op or challenge other players in an online multiplayer. Drunk or Dead 2 is a thrilling and immersive VR experience that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Are you ready to face the undead? Drunk or Dead is coming soon to the Oculus Quest platforms, PCVR and PlayStation. The release date is the 20th of April 2024. Pre-order now and get a free bottle opener. Escape Simulator VR is the ultimate escape room experience that will leave you in splits. The game is set in a virtual world where you can team up with your friends and family to solve puzzles, break locks, and decipher clues to escape from a series of captivating rooms. The game is designed to be highly interactive, allowing you to pick up and examine everything, break objects and move furniture around to access secret compartments and find hidden objects. The game features 25 original rooms made in collaboration with real-world escape room designers. After finishing the main game, watch for free content updates and explore 3,000 plus community-made rooms. The game is playable in co-op with up to 8 players with full voice support. Discuss puzzles, share items, and solve challenges together with friends. You'll be able to play with players who have the non-VR version. Escape Simulator VR supports all the standard locomotion types such as teleport, smooth move, controller-based movements, and being able to be played in a full room scale setting. There's also snap turning. The game is coming soon, hopefully this year, and will be